up, guys? Eden here, and welcome to this month's Q&A. I'm super excited. I have no idea what to expect right now. I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. I can't do my Q&As normally like how I used to do them, where I have the question featured in text over some gameplay footage. So I decided I'm just going to screen capture the entire video comments section and answer the questions as I go. I figure that would be the best way to do it, and I think it'd be kind of fun. So we can just kind of do it as we go. So yeah, let's just get to it. Alrighty. First question by Kevin Wynn. If you and Blue had enough time and had to do a video game collab, what game would it be? If we had time to do a video game collaboration, I would definitely want it to be like some kind of horror game, because we're both into horror in the horror genre. And we both scare pretty easily. I'm probably worse than he is as far as that goes. But yeah, that's definitely something that I think we would do. I don't know what game we would play though. Maybe like, if there was maybe a co-op type of Amnesia game, or if there was like maybe a Resident Evil game that has co-op that I haven't done on my channel yet. That'd be really cool. I don't know, but just something fun, but also something kind of scary. That'd be awesome. Or it'd have to be a really story-rich game, like where you play with two characters, like some kind of adventure game or something. Alright, and some of these responses are people telling me how they found me, and that's amazing. Alright, and Dutiful Barrel. Found you through a random creepypasta vid. That's awesome. Is that story Corpse Husband told true? The story about the 9 true scary stories of police being called for paranormal reasons. As far as I know, I think they're true. That's what he says on his channel. But you'd probably have to go verify that for yourself. A news station. What news company? I work at a sister station for CBS News. And we're also affiliated with CNN. But I would tell you what station, but sadly that would be giving away too much information. So, what's your favorite movie? The Big Bad Wolf. That's really hard. Because I have a favorite movie in almost every genre. But I guess overall, my favorite movie of all time, the movie that I will watch probably 2 or 3 times a year, is a tie between The Princess Bride and Princess Mononoke, actually, which is a Hayao Miyazaki film. It's one of the first Hayao Miyazaki films that was rated PG-13. And it involves gigantic wolves and a wolf princess. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Oh, and I wish I hadn't answered this question to Ritsuka, but I guess I'll go ahead and say anyway. She asked me what my favorite Pokemon was, and my favorite Pokemon is Luxray. I also, but before Luxray, before that generation Pokemon came out, my favorite Pokemon was Jolteon. I am a huge, like, electric type Pokemon fan. Like, they're my favorite. Let's see. Melissa Montoya. Only have one answer for you, and the one that you want to know about how Corpse Bride. I do believe you're talking about Corpse Husband. That's fine. What hair color suits you well? Well, my hair is naturally dark brown, and but I dyed it recently to a very kind of soft chestnut color. So it looks really cool. I really like how it looks, and I think I'm gonna stay with this look for a while. All right, Mr. Anonymous, or the Anonymous Chef. What is your favorite horror game? My favorite horror game is definitely Silent Hill. That one freaks me the fuck out every time. And it's tied right in there with Resident Evil 4, for sure. Call us Eden Little Shit. No way. Axeman Cartoons. Would you rather get bit by a sea turtle or a mall Santa? I would rather get bit by a sea turtle because human saliva is very toxic and very infectious, and you know, at least the sea turtle, like, you know, after I batted it on its little nose, I could make it my friend. Whereas the mall Santa, that's just creepy. Like, that's borderline assault. Like, I would beat the shit out of that guy. Let's see. Question. The Madman Dream. If you could make any creepypasta a movie, what would it be, and where would you film it? If I could make any creepypasta into a movie, I would definitely want to make the Harbinger experiment into a movie. I think it's just got so much potential to be a movie, and it would have to be filmed in Alaska because that's where it all went down. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely where I would want to have it. All right, Geek Mode, Rainbot brought you here. Awesome. Question: what motivates you to create artwork, and what is your preferred way of doing it? As far as motivation goes for like my artwork, I just kind of come up with an idea in my head and go from there. It's not really something that I just take the time to think about. Sometimes I go in with an idea of what I'm gonna do, and sometimes I get a commission and I'm like, ooh, that sounds really cool. As far as my preferred way of doing it, I really do like the digital media, the hard lines and everything. I'm an anime artist of sorts, and I like the traditional 90s, early 2000s style anime versus the newer, softer anime style now. And I do love the digital art with a tablet and everything, but every once in a while I'll go back to traditional media where I use a pen and paper and all that good stuff. Juan Carlos, show your face. I will in time. Which news do you work for? Like I said, I work at a sister station, part of CBS News, and we're affiliated with CNN. David Glasspool, what is the weirdest or strangest compliment that you have ever received? Can you play any musical instruments? Have you ever met any celebrities? Will you marry me? What are some good food? What are some foods that gross you out? Okay, what is the weirdest or strangest compliment that you have ever received? The weirdest compliment that I've ever received was that I have really nice teeth. I've never had to have braces. I've never had had to have teeth filled in or anything like that. I take care of my teeth, but and I smile a lot, and when I do smile, it's a very big smile. It's a very infectious smile. And so one day I was just kind of hanging out with my friends, and we were out in the park, and this guy just randomly comes up to me, and he's just like, "You have really great teeth." And I was like, okay. You know, you'd think he'd say something like, "You have a really great smile," but the fact that he complimented my teeth was a little strange. Can I play any musical instruments? Yes, I can. I actually play several. I play the clarinet, the alto saxophone, baritone saxophone, tenor saxophone. I play also bass clarinet, and I played a little bit of the trumpet, but not too well. And I do a little bit of the piano. I really want to learn how to play acoustic guitar though, because I think the acoustic guitar just sounds amazing. All right. Have you ever met any celebrities? Yes, I have. When I was living in Louisiana, I met several celebrities. It was really weird. The ones that really stuck out to me the most, though, was when I met Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt when they were down in Baton Rouge filming The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And I almost met Taraji P. Henson, but at the time that I met Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, they were filming a scene that Taraji was in, and so I was not able to see her. When I went to London and I saw Equus, I got to meet Daniel Radcliffe, and I also met Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and Tom Felton. That was a lot of fun. They're very cool, down-to-earth people. And I've also met Kevin Costner. He was going to see a movie randomly in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I also met Matthew McConaughey when he was there was a game going on in Oxford. It was the Longhorns versus the Rebels, I think. Not sure. Anyway, it was basically it was Tennessee versus Ole Miss, and I happened to go to school at the time there, and they were like, and he happened to be there, and everybody was making a big deal. And I've also met a long time ago, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Spring Breakers. It's a movie with James Franco in it, and Vanessa Hudgens and Selena Gomez, like that whole cast of girls and everything. They were doing not casting call, but a crew call where they needed production staff. And I actually went down to where they were filming and was part of the production crew on there. And I did get to meet the whole cast of Spring Breakers. So that was cool. Will you marry me? David. And what are some foods that gross you out? I'm not a big fan of Brussels sprouts. They're a little weird. Like, I don't know if it's because of how they're cooked whenever I get them. I'm not a fan of chitlins. That's kind of gross. And crawfish, like, I don't mind crawfish if it's already like been peeled and everything, but I'm not a big fan of like cracking it open and sucking the heads. Like, that's just gross. All right, racist Mexican. Have you ever listened to the Misfits and the punk rock? Is it the Misfits and the punk rock, like is that the whole name of the band, or is it the Misfits and do I listen to punk rock? Because I do listen to punk rock. And the only thing that I know about the Misfits is a TV show, about these young people who are criminals. Have you read H.P. Lovecraft stories? I say his stories, where the grandparents are creepypasta, and would you ever read them? Yes, I have read some H.P. Lovecraft stories, and I do actually plan on reading more classical horror on my channel. I did a little test run when I did the A Telltale Heart with Edgar Allan Poe, and a lot of you guys seem to like that, so I do plan on going back and reading a few classic stuff like by Orwell and H.P. Lovecraft and more of Poe's works. Maybe a few chapters from Bram Stoker's, I don't know. Alright, let's see. Questions. Carladia's 5411. Alright. Aw. Found your channel after watching your makers. I listened to many other horror narrators before and always heard your collaborations on their channels. I like watching all of your YouTubers' videos first before finding another channel to listen to. So after watching all of your makers' videos, I decided to go to your channel. I really love it. I love how you show emotions and do different kinds of videos. Aww. Alright, EK Animu. I found you because I saw the Tomb Raider LP. Whoa! I love when people find me like through some other facet other than my narrations, because I started off as a gaming and art channel, so it's awesome when I can run into people who found me just on a whim. Are you Asian? I found your channel thanks to Corpse. I'd like to be an Eden's Hellion. Aw, Natalie Lester. I'm actually half Asian. I'm half Korean. Do you like your job at the news station? It has its moments where, you know, I enjoy it, and it has its moments where I want to stab myself repeatedly in the eye with a ballpoint pen. It really just depends. My coworkers can be kind of stupid sometimes. It's just a hit or miss. If you could choose between living in the desert for a week, between living in the North Pole for a week, what would you choose and why? I would rather live in the North Pole for a week because, like I tell people, because I've lived in the South and I've dealt with the heat, it is so much easier to put on more clothes than it is to take off clothes and deal with the heat, because the more clothes you take off, well, you're just going to burn your skin up anyway. And if you're not wearing the right kind of clothes, you could suffocate and die out in the middle of the desert. Not to mention that the desert like has no water, and by the time you get to an oasis or something that has water, you would probably be dead. Whereas the North Pole, if I can at least drink the snow. I can at least drink the snow and survive that way. Who would you rather be visited by? The Grim Reaper, the Devil, or Bloody Mary, and why? I would rather be visited by the Grim Reaper, because if it's the Devil or Bloody Mary, like, they're just trying to come and, screw with me. I'm not a big fan of that. But if it's the Grim Reaper, I know it's my time to go. And so it's just time for me to make peace with whatever I need to be making peace with and then move on about my way. Alright, next question by Luke Polanczyk. I'm probably butchering that. Luke Polanczyk. I found you very recently, one day while a friend and I were adventuring through a bunch of creepy story videos to unsettle ourselves for no reason. Eventually, I stumbled upon one of your videos and really enjoyed it, so I watched a ton of other ones too. Then I saw your earlier gaming videos and decided to watch them since your voice was pleasant, and those were so fun to watch too. Aww. So I decided I'm going to stick around. You're awesome, Luke. Are you easily frightened? Yes. I love horror stories. I love horror games. I love horror, like, everything. Movies, but I scare so easily, guys. Like, I mean, I can open up the door right now and somebody be there and I'm not expecting it. I will freak out. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's the truth and I can't help myself sometimes. All right, let's see. The Master Guardian. Let's see, this is really long. So I guess maybe that might explain why your name floated around in my recommendation stream for a while, at least if you do stuff horror related or game related. I honestly don't know too much about the channel yet. Fairly new here. Okay. Alright. Hey Eden, what's the oldest nightmare you can remember? Rafi Azad. The oldest nightmare that I can remember, I was 5 years old. And I remember walking through the woods and I was by myself and it was super dark. Like, I mean, it was bright sunshine outside and I wandered into the woods and it was just, you know, it was a beautiful day. And then all of a sudden it just got cloaked in blackness. I didn't know what was going on. And next thing you know, I'm like, I can't see anything. I'm constantly running into everything and I'm bleeding everywhere. I'm tripping over things. I think I probably sprained my ankle at some point in the dream, or nightmare rather. And I could hear this tiny, like, you know, menacing laughter, like, you know, constantly echoing around me the whole time. And at some point in the nightmare, I ran like a dodo and tripped and fell into a ditch. And yeah, then that's when I woke up. So that's pretty much the worst nightmare ever. That laugh though literally was just like like that. It was weird. All of the questions, but here's a random fact. Eden in my country means one. Okay, that's cool. Where are you? I'm in the United States, if that helps. I'm in the southern United States, if that helps as well. Jennifer Parsons, I don't have any real questions that have already been asked. I just wanted to say I think you're awesome. Aw, you're always commenting on everything that I do. You're amazing, Jennifer. Alright, why not Warrior? 1 collaborations. Alright, anyway, question for me. What is your favorite childhood video game? If you didn't have video games as a child, what is your favorite video game now? My favorite childhood video game was definitely Sonic the Hedgehog, followed closely by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Forget Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. That game was hard as shit, okay? Like, I don't care who you are. That game was hard. But the second game was a lot of fun. It was a lot more colorful. It definitely was more representative of the Turtles that I grew up with. And definitely Sonic the Hedgehog. I have like every Sonic game that's ever existed, except for some of the newer ones. And the newer ones were just terrible. What was my favorite video game? My favorite video game now, I'm really into the Mass Effect and Dragon Age series. I'm just a big BioWare fan in general. Just because I love the idea of having choices and creating characters and having my choices affect stories and stuff like that. I think that's why I love the Telltale games, the newer ones, so much. Yeah. Alright, Eric Soto. Do you plan on making an animated story version of your own like you did with that Red Riding Hood, with those awesome voices, and maybe team up with other people too? I suppose you could also go cheap, low budget with Photoshop type stuff and just do a slideshow and do stories that way. When I say your own stories, I mean if you made up your own anime or comic, not someone else's. I'm currently practicing with an anime studio debut that I have. It came with my tablet. So I'm kind of experimenting with that right now. I actually do plan on doing a webcomic one day, if that has anything to do with it. I might turn it into a motion comic. That'd be really cool. But in the meantime, I don't know if I have any animated story versions of stuff that I've done. I would love to if I practice more. It would just take a lot of practice. Roll Credit Studio. Do you have any favorite comic book characters? As far as like comic books from the United States, I guess what you're talking about, I'm a big fan of Rogue from X-Men. Like, I've always loved her story and her character and the different facets of her character and how much she's grown over time. She was really awesome, and I loved how very personal her power was, but also it was like a curse. So in a way, she longed for companionship, but she couldn't bring herself to obtain it because of the fact that if she got too close to anybody, like, they would die or she'd steal their powers. So it was like a catch-22. Alright, Bambi Bombo. Rainbot Horror brought me here. Yeah, Rain. All right, my question is, what's your race? I am half Korean, 1/4 French Creole, and 1/4 African American. Can't wait for that 100K, right, guys? So you can see what I actually look like. I'm really excited. I'm half tempted to just be like, fuck it, I'll do a face reveal at 50K. But I'm going to hold true to my guns. All right. I found your channel, Jazzy Smith. I found your channel through your stream with B Corpse and your maker. I think Angel sounds best. My question, what station do you work for? I don't work for a radio station. I do work for the sister station, CBS and CNN. Hellions Artistic Building. Okay. That creepypasta guy, he's awesome, guys. You should check him out. I did a collaboration with him. I'm planning on doing a collaboration with Insomniac soon as well. How old are you? I'm 29. I will be 30 this year, guys. It's crazy. And what part of America are you from? I am from the southern United States. I live in Mississippi. I know I don't sound it, but yes, I am from the southeastern United States. Enable chaos. Why not Apples of Eden? I'm trying to stay away from the religious tones of Eden. But we'll see. I'm gonna put up a straw poll sometime this week, guys, so you guys can vote on it. Have you got any tattoos, or are you planning on getting it? I do not have any tattoos. I have a natural birthmark that looks like a seahorse, though. But I do plan on getting tattoos. I have actually drawn the tattoo concepts that I want to have put on me. And in time, when I save up enough money and get my finances in order, I will definitely be getting that. Jennifer Murphy, what inspired you into these arts, voice acting, animation, etc.? Where do you see your channel in, say, 2 years, 5 years? Is there a creepypasta you're just dying to do but haven't yet? Why haven't you done that yet? Who is your favorite creepypasta narrator, and what story of theirs is your favorite? Have you ever worked with Mr. Creepypasta? Oh my god, you would just nail it, whatever the story. I could die happy then. I found you just by doing a search for narrations. Your thumbnail artwork just popped out at me. I had to give you a listen. The name thing. Well, okay. What inspired me into the arts? As far as voice acting, I've been watching anime for a long time, and I've wanted to be a voice actor for as far back as I can remember. But I gave up at 18 because I didn't think I had what it took to make it into the industry. As far as animation goes, I've always liked the idea of being able to make my own cartoons. I think that'd be really awesome. And just to do my own webcomic, that'd be cool too. Where do I see my channel in 2 years? I would love to be over 100K in 2 years. Hell, I would love to be like well on my way to 500 in 2 years. It's crazy because a year ago my ambition was to just get 500 subs, and here I am almost at 14K. It's crazy. In less than a year. I just started doing horror narrations on my channel back in October, or rather October, early November. So it's I don't know, it's crazy. I'm excited to see what happens. In 5 years, I hope I'm really fucking successful and I'm doing this full time, because damn, as much as I like my job at the news station, 10 fucking hours is just too much. Is there a creepypasta you're just dying to do but haven't done it yet, and why haven't you done it yet? I'm actually working on doing the creepypasta that I've been dying to do. It's called Psychosis by Matt Demersky, and I plan on doing it, and it's going to close out my segment with B-Busta for his top 10 underrated creepypasta list. So that will be coming soon. I just needed really an excuse to do it, to be honest. If you really want the honest truth, I just needed an excuse to do it. Who is my favorite creepypasta narrator? It's a tie, really, between Creeps McPasta and Mr. Creepypasta, but since I watched Mr. Creepypasta first, I guess Mr. Creepypasta is my favorite. What story of theirs is your favorite? I really enjoyed Mr. Creepypasta's version of Laughing Jack, even though it was told from the perspective of a woman. And I also enjoyed his take of how he did Annie 96's typing with his friend. I don't know who he did it with, but I thought it was really well done. And I've actually done Annie 96's typing on my own channel, and I took it in a different direction and did different effects and whatnot with it. Which, you know, again, that's all well and good. Have I ever worked with Mr. Creepypasta? I would love to work with MCP. Guys, if you tweet at him or email him and tell him that I want to work with him. That would be amazing. I've already emailed him asking if we could collab. I know he's busy doing cons and stuff like that. But it would be really awesome if I could work with him, because he's a source of inspiration for me. Rob Wiley. What would or wouldn't you do to achieve your life goals? I would not kill anyone to achieve my life goals. As far as what I would do, I'm not sure. I might eat a bug. If they said, hey, Eden, you need to eat a bowl of these bugs to achieve your life goals and successes, then I might actually eat a bowl of bugs. I would probably be scarred for life afterwards, but I would still eat a bowl of fucking bugs. Zombie apocalypse plan. All right. So here's the deal. If the zombie apocalypse outbreak were to happen right now, okay, you know I live in the South, so we got guns all over the fucking place, all right? I'm not worried about having ammunition. I'm not worried about not having enough guns. Just understand, I got this shit on lock. Okay, so I don't live that far from the air base. My dad also works in the logistics department, so I have access to the fucking military warehouse, okay? Just get this straight, all right? And then I have friends that work for NASA and they work at the Pentagon. I got this shit on lock. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to gather up all this material. I'm going to make sure that I have my car fully gassed, because I just need to be able to make it down to Camp Shelby, where they have like the Humvees and the tanks and shit like that. Get some tanks, drive that shit off, and either one of two things. We're going to head to the desert, we're going to head to Alaska. Personally, like I said, I hate the heat, so I'm going to go to Alaska where it's cold. And then we're just going to live off the land. Woo! Alright, my scariest real life experience. My scariest real life experience actually happened to me when I was in Europe. I was in Amsterdam, and I got mistaken for a call girl. Now, it wasn't really scary in the sense of, well, I wouldn't even really call that scary. That was just awkward. Like, I kind of freaked out because he thought I was a call girl, and that was kind of offensive. And then I found out I had a doppelganger. But the scariest real life experience I had actually was when I got hit by a car. Long story short, my cousins were messing with me. They left me in the woods. I ran away. I tripped, got a thorn stuck in my ankle, ran out onto the street on the highway that was on the edge of the woods. A truck comes driving down the highway. He managed to hit the brakes. He still hits me at 30 miles an hour, and I go flying, and there you go. Then the rest is history. Plans for your YouTube future. I would love to do YouTube full time. That is my one goal. I don't know about subscribers. I don't know about sub counts. I don't know about money. I don't really care. But I would love to do YouTube full time as a career and just read stories and draw and play games and just be happy. All right, Onyx. What I want to ask you. What are your opinions on the origin story project by Unit 522? I think they're brilliant. Like, they're freaking brilliant. I can't believe he created origin stories for all of the narrators in the community. Like, that's really fucking cool. I mean, I had a hand in writing my own story, but he gave me the template to work with, and I just kind of ran with it. And it's going to be, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the stories that he comes up with. It's really cool. Do you know Rise Against? Yes, I do. And I do like them. Yes. All right, Tristan Seymour. Could someone explain an easy way to know when a stream is about to go down? I really just need to come up with a schedule, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to stream like once every week or once every 2 weeks. I really should just come up with a schedule. You guys want a schedule, right? I know that's what you guys are aiming for. Charles Tea Leaf. Of all your viewers with Tea Leaf in their name, which do you like the most and why? All right, Charles. You already know you're the only Tea Leaf that responds to me, so of course I like you the most. And the reason I like you, Charles, is because you always give me such good critiques. You always give me good responses and comments, and you always try to improve and help me get better. And that's the biggest thing for me, is just getting better as a narrator and a content creator. Brothers Jackson's videos. Hey, I'm glad to be part of. I've seen you in the comments. Thank you so much. The Deathless Lord Cerberus. Okay, do a Q&A. Awesome. I'm gonna have to sneak over there. I thought you know what? I'm so bad. I keep meaning to sneak over to people's channels, and I just don't do it. Dennis Nalila. Besides doing videos on YouTube, what other hobbies, interests do you have? I remember you stated that you go to the gym. I don't really consider the gym as a hobby as it is just a work ethic. I really just need to work out. That's my main thing. As far as hobbies goes, I love to read, write. I love to draw. I love going on random walks. I used to do parkour before I busted my ankle and had to get reconstructive surgery on my ankle. And I used to skateboard. So that was fun. I go geocaching every once in a while, like scavenger hunts. Those are fun. X Hayden. I like to have you guys stream regularly. I've been part of the Creepypasta True Stories part of the community a long time. Okay. Oh yeah, I read this comment. Yeah, I'll definitely take it into consideration. We'll figure out a schedule. Harry Langley Roberts. What are your 3 biggest fears? I have 3 big fears. I have pediophobia, which is the fear of mannequins, mesophobia, which is the fear of being lost, and agoraphobia, which is the fear of being forgotten. Alright, Adriel H. What trait is most important for governing the world? Partly a joke question there, but a serious answer would be interesting, and if you get the reference I'm making with that question, awesome. I feel like that's such a Code Geass answer. I might be wrong though, but the most important trait for governing the world is just be honest. I mean, if you're gonna be a dirty politician, at least be honest about it. The Psy Productions. Hey, you changed your avatar. My first question. You were teleported to a new dimension and you were allowed to have a few magical elemental powers and weapon preferences to fight with. What would they be? As for your questions, I found you when B Busted did one of his videos. Okay. If I were teleported to a new dimension and you were allowed to have a few magical elemental powers and weapons, I would love to have the power of fire. Just because it's fire. And I'm also a Sagittarius, so fire is my element. As far as weapons go, I'd either want a 2-handed weapon, like maybe some short swords or some daggers, or I would want a staff for reach purposes. Let's see. Alice B. Just, do you believe in creepypastas or paranormal stories that you read for your YouTube channel? I believe in ghosts, so some of these ghost stories, they might be legit. I don't know, and I also believe in demons. Now, as far as like some of these monsters and stuff, like the Harbinger experiment, where you know shit gets summoned from an alternate dimension, I don't know about all that shit, but I don't know. But vampires, not so much. Werewolves, not so much. I don't really believe in that. Goblins, I kind of equate that with demons sometimes. It really just depends. There's so many different facets in the creepypasta community. I do believe in psycho killers. Mango Sky, what is your favorite fruit? I love strawberries. I love strawberries so much. Like, fucking call me Ichigo. I will eat strawberries all day. Alright, Elaine Lanth. Do you have one that is your avatar icon? I want to draw you some fan art. Anyway, you always did a really great narration. Helped me through my super boring office day. Aw. Let's see. The Rock. My question is, who are you planning to vote for this year? Well, from what it looks like, it's going to be down to Trump and Hillary. And so, I don't know. It's a catch-22. I'm not a Republican, so if I were to go for party loyalty, I'd be voting for Hillary, but I kind of don't want to vote for her either. And there's nobody, I don't even know who's running for the independent party. Isn't that sad? I don't know. I'm not going to abstain from voting. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. I'll just be completely honest. I'll figure it out when I get there. I'm not voting for Trump though, so we'll just see. 2 lives is to die. What was the scariest nightmare you ever had, and what you think of the meaning of the dream was? The scariest nightmare I ever had was the nightmare where I was crawling through a dark room or something, and all I saw was this little tiny square of light, and the closer I got to it, the more like I heard this laughter and demonic calls and stuff, and I was getting beat the fuck up. Like, it was crazy. And I mean, I was getting pummeled, and the closer I got to the light, like the more I got pummeled, and I was just like determined to get out of this darkness because I couldn't see shit. And finally, I was like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And I mean, I'm talking about like, it was awful. Like they weren't just beating me up. Like they were tearing off my skin and my nails and breaking bones and stuff. Like it was terrible. But that was definitely the worst nightmare I've ever had. Cameron Leon. Aw. Hey, Cameron. What's one thing you learned from a past experience that helped shape you as a person and that you can give as your advice to your viewers? Never assume anything about anybody and never think that you're better than somebody else. I used to have a guy that I dated when I was younger, and because I was going through my own stuff and I was a very angry person at the time, I took my anger and frustration out on everyone, including him, and I made our relationship kind of sour, and next thing you know, he died because he killed himself. And I really wish, and I do regret it, I really wish I had taken more time to understand what he was going through, because I didn't even know he was clinically depressed. I don't even think he knew until like he was, I want to say that he was trying to tell me, but I was just too stuck on myself. So you never know what somebody's going through. So if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything, because words do hurt. And whether or not your intentions are the way they are, they still affect people. Supertramp. What is your dream destination? You can't answer Japan. Damn it. I'd like to go to Hawaii. That'd be nice. I'd like to go back to Ireland or Scotland. I've never been to Russia. And I've never been to Australia. Australia would be cool. Or New Zealand. Oh, no, that's one of my goals. I definitely want to go backpacking across New Zealand. How did you do academically in school and college? I was an honor roll. I graduated with honors in high school. I was 21 in my class of 685. And in college, I was in the dean's list. I actually have 2 degrees. One in political science and one in graphic design, or rather design and technology. What is the meaning of life? Life is what you make it. That's all I can say. Life is what you make it. You are who you believe you are to be. No one can define what you're worth except you, and no one can determine how great of a person you are except for yourself. So in the end, it's always your decisions. And so it is up to you to determine what the meaning of life is to you. All right, reclusive agnostic. Found your channel through Corpse Husband, figures, and you should call us Eden's Angels. I really need to get that straw pulled together. My question for you is, what is your favorite genre film and why? As much as I love horror movies and stuff, my favorite genre of film is definitely drama. Not in the sense of like overly dramatic, movies and stuff, but like the historical type dramas, or like the dramas where it involves a lot of passion with like psychology and philosophy. Like if you guys have ever seen the movie Contact, the movie's so good, like oh my god. And same thing with A Beautiful Mind, that's another great movie. Requiem for a Dream. What Dreams May Come. God, What Dreams May Come makes me cry all the time. Jesus. Love it. But it's just those moving type of stories that just kind of get me. Ian Dunn. What's your opinion on guns? I don't like guns. I have a gun. I don't like guns though. Like the gun I have is a rifle, and it was for competition shooting. But I don't like guns at all because I took martial arts, so I feel like if I really want to kill you, I can just kill you with my bare hands. I can kill you with a spoon or a pair of chopsticks, personally. But as far as guns go, I'm just not a fan, because they're such horrible things, and the gun violence has gotten worse, and some of the bullets that they've come up with are just mind-boggling to me. Like I can't even describe what it even means to me. Some of these bullets, like they came out with this new bullet where when you shoot it, apparently upon impact it bursts, like it digs into the person's like body, and as soon as it hits bone, it explodes, and it causes shrapnel from the jacket to spread, and then the bullet, like the actual bullet inside of the gun, or the actual bullet pellet inside of the casing, like, stays lodged inside the person's body. So it's like, it doesn't even have an exit wound. It's just stuck in there along with all the shrapnel. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't like guns. I hate them. Do you like mowing lawns? No, I don't like mowing the yard. It's equivalent to punishment that I used to get when I was younger. So I hate mowing lawns. Mr. Banana 55. Hey Eden, what got you into reading creepypastas? And what is your favorite creepypasta? What got me reading into creepypastas? You know, it's been so long. I think the first creepypasta I ever read was not Jeff the Killer. It was Ben Drowned. I was going through my Zelda phase back in the day, and that really freaked me the fuck out. My favorite creepypasta, though, is definitely Psychosis. I love the mind creepypastas, like the stories that kind of screw with you. And right behind that, I love the Devil's Game. Like, that was a really good story too. Let's see. Tacos or burritos? I'm a burrito fan. Not a big fan of tacos. Troubled Dreams. Bricks Valet or Valle or Val. I don't know which one it is. We'll figure it out. Question. If you were to be reincarnated as a historical figure or a fictional mythological character, who would it be and why? If I were to be reincarnated as a historical figure, I would want to be reincarnated as does it have to be gender exclusive? Because I would love to be Jumong, which is the guy, he was the first king of the 3 kingdoms in Korea. Like, he founded the kingdom of Goguryeo, and then the other 2 kingdoms branched off from there. Like, man, he was the master archer. Like, get out of here. He was awesome. And he came from a very humble background. They always say that, like, his dad was the water god. Just saying. If you were given these choices, which one would you pick and why? You are given a chance to settle down and have a very, very peaceful life, but you are not allowed to leave your utopian haven, or you'll live a vagrant life full of adventures. I would want to live a vagrant life full of adventures. Like, peace is nice and everything, but if I'm not allowed to leave my utopian haven, that's literally no different than being in a dystopian society. Because, again, paradise and peace is what you make it. If you find peace in chaos, then that's your peaceful haven. Some people find peace to be chaotic. So again, it's all about perspective. Would you prefer to have a very genuine YouTube persona but have only a few subs and a slow growth, or have over 100 million subs and have a rapid growth of subs but at the cost of faking your reactions and faking your dreams and what you truly want to achieve? Well, I think I'm at that stage right now where I have a very genuine YouTube personality and I have a few subs and my growth is slow. It's quick compared to some other people, but it's still slow compared to the guys that I hang out with all the time. And I don't mind that, because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be able to have these personal Q&As with you guys. I wouldn't be able to laugh with you guys and talk and share my goals and my inspirations and, my troubles. And I like to listen to your problems as well. Like, whenever there have been people who DM me on Twitter or, randomly email me and tell me, hey, Eden, I really appreciate, you telling me about your story in this live stream that you were in, or I appreciate, you taking the time out to read my email. Like, I just love being able to have that kind of personal relationship with you guys, because you are my motivation. You, my fans, are my inspiration. Like, without you guys, I would not be where I am now, and that's important to me. Who cares if I have 100 million subs and rapid growth, but if the personal relationship, if I forget why I do this in the first place, it's no longer valid to me. It's no longer fun, and I slowly start to lose myself as a person, and I wouldn't be able to be close to you guys anymore. I ate it. All the artwork, drawings, and photo manips are created by you. Yes, all the artwork, drawings, and photo manips are created by me. Have you ever eaten Putin? Or Puttin? I think it's Puttin. Puttin? Rainbot sent you and shit sacks. Grease Toff Titan Hammer. I actually looked this up when you sent this question in, and it looks amazing. I've not had it, but I will eat it. I will eat this. Guys, if you don't know what Puttin is, look it up. It's a Canadian dish. It is delicious looking. I will eat the shit out of that thing. Gianni Rodriguez. Do you like Call of Duty? Yes. I actually like Modern Warfare was the first Call of Duty I ever played. Which Silent Hill movie do I like? I actually don't really like any of them. There's only 2, right? But if I were to say, I like the first one because they got the atmosphere correct. They just didn't get some other things correct. Like, I don't know. But the atmosphere was good in Silent Hill, the first one. Bluetoothless. What is the weirdest thing that has happened to you? The weirdest thing that happened to me was when I was in Amsterdam, and we all got really, really high one day, and we missed the last train going back to our hotel over to our hotel. So we ended up having to spend the night in the park, like wrapped up in newspaper and stuff. And the reason why we missed our train is because the girl who was with us swore up and down she lost her grandmother's locket. And it turns out after we had stayed like sleeping in a stone pipe, you know, off somewhere on just the outskirts of the park, after we found out like the next day when it was bright daylight that her fucking locket was in her fucking pocket the whole time. So yeah, that was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me, sleeping outside in a park inside of a stone pipe in Amsterdam. It was weird. I was baked to high heaven. Alright, Shadow Draco 90. Aww. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely gonna get that poll out to you guys, I promise. I'm gonna post that poll with this Q&A. So, yeah. Don't let me forget. Favorite creepypasta. My favorite creepypasta is definitely Psychosis by Matt Demersky. Called Your Angels. What is your favorite video game in the adventure genre? I like Tomb Raider, but my favorite video game in the adventure genre, it's a tie between the Final Fantasy series and the Shin Megami Tensei series, or Persona, rather. I'm a huge Persona fan. What is Cleo, and that was by Matthew Benavides. Cleo Zeus. What inspired you to have this channel? Originally I started off doing this channel with art and gaming in mind, and then I did a collaboration with Corpse Husband after he found me on another channel that I was on, which was a group of readers called Whispers into Nothingness. And that group eventually disbanded, and he asked me to read a creepypasta on his story, or on his channel with him. And it was called My Job at the Psych Ward, where I was known as the crazy nurse as Tammy. So yeah. Kyo! I found you on a forum like 15 years ago. Yeah! This was back when we used to RP wolves on Silver Mountain. Chen Zhu. Which video game did you like when you were growing up? And I answered that already. Have you been watching any recent anime? What type of genre do you mostly like to watch? I like political animes and animes that have action in it, but not like big gigantic action scenes where it's like all action, like G Gundam or some shit like that. My favorite anime, I love period anime the most. But my favorite anime is Black Lagoon, which is kind of a crime thriller type shoot 'em up anime. It's pretty cool. Who is the best pony? Jake from State Farm. Fluttershy? I don't know. I'm not a huge My Little Pony fan. Candy Pop 2281. Do you have a lot of friends, and what do they think about your career? I like to say that I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of close friends. Like friends that I can depend on the most, I have a lot of. I have a lot more associates than I do friends. I don't really take social calls or stuff like that. What do they think about my career? Well, they know that I work at the news station, but they also know that I'm very passionate about my art and my YouTube channel. So they just kind of encourage me to do what I want to do. And as long as I do what I want to do and I'm happy. Let's see. Hey, Dax. Let's see. Question. What form of artistry do you like doing the most? Even if you may not think you do it well, but you love doing it for personal gratification. And what kind of art do you appreciate the most? It could even be something like sushi because of how hard it gets to make, right? That sort of thing, any kind of art. What kind of art do I like doing the most? I love digital art because as much as I love, as much as I love drawing on pen and paper, the things that you can do with digital media is just mind-boggling. There are things that I just would never be able to do and capture the essence of on pen and paper or on a canvas. So definitely digital art is the thing that I love doing the most. The kind of art that I appreciate the most, though, is sculpting. Okay, you take a hammer and a freaking chisel and you can make fucking the Statue of Liberty, or you can make the Statue of David, or just any kind of the Thinker, like those kind of when you can, or Stonehenge, or that wasn't done with chisel, but I mean the Sphinx. When you can take a hammer and a chisel and create something so lifelike with just those two bits of tools, that's crazy. That's crazy. Mucho respect, Donatello. Dude, you all in, man. All in. You are the master. There is no way. Empoleon Fighter. Do you plan on going to conventions in the future? Yes, I do. I want to do a face reveal. I won't go to any conventions officially as myself. I will go as my normal self when I go to conventions, but I will not go to conventions as my official self until I'm able to do my face reveal. And when I reveal my face, it will be at 100K. So guys, we've got to hurry up and get me to 100K. I'm dying to show you all my face. I'm dying. All right, K5S Bomber. Who would win in a fight, Leatherface or Jeff the Killer? Leatherface. Hello? The dude's got a fucking chainsaw and Jeff's got a butcher knife. I think that kind of explains it itself. JJ Runner will never do face roll. Yes. If you could be any animal, what would it be? I would want to be a wolf. Although at the time when you asked me this question, I wanted to be a tiger, so I scared the shit out of my coworkers because they were pissing me off. Who inspired you to make creepypasta narrations? Chilling Tales for Dark Nights actually did. We came up with the idea to make a group of creepypasta readers to get together and do that. And we always consider Chilling Tales for Dark Nights to be the pioneers of creepypasta no sleep readings. Whereas Mr. Creepypasta to me is the one that inspired me to make creepypasta narrations. Jaded Mess 83. Will you go out with me? You know what, Jaded? If you ever run across me at a convention and I'm single at the time, I will totally go on a date with you. Aw, fuckface. Bacon. Absolutely, Andrew. Bacon, bacon, bacon. If you guys haven't tried a bacon cheeseburger pizza, the thing is sick as fuck. I recommend it highly. David, you can't ask another question. Are you kidding me? Have you had any weird, creepy, strange, or funny interactions with fans of yours? I've had some creepy interactions with some of my fans, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Alice Cheshire, what type of animal would you consider your spirit animal? I would consider the wolf my spirit animal, but on a joking side, if any of you have seen that movie Puss in Boots, you know the cat that goes ooh like that? I consider him my spirit animal. Alright, Jean-Paul Brochero. If you could be in any story creepypasta, whether or not you've narrated, doesn't matter. What story creepypasta would you be in? Oh man, I don't think I'd want to be in any creepypasta story because those things are harrowing. But I guess if I were to be in any creepypasta story, I would like to be in love because in that story, she had a ghost guardian, and that's just amazing to me. Having a guardian who like being a ghost, like that's crazy. Ooh, Aubrey, asking the hard questions. Marry, smash, kill, lazy bee buster, corpse. Okay, so here's the deal. This is so bad. This is gonna get back to them, and they're gonna like murder me. All right, so here's the deal. Because Corpse has a girlfriend, I would not smash him, and I would not marry him. So Corpse, I'd have to kill you. I'm sorry, bruh. I love you. I do with all my heart. I promise. But you guys to go. Bee buster. But you're married too, and you have a kid. This is hard. This is hard, guys. Aubrey, why you gotta ask these hard questions? Okay, all right, I'm gonna be honest. Because Bee Busta is married, I know he is a very happily married man with a beautiful daughter and a beautiful wife. So if I were to marry one of them, I would marry Bee Busta because at least I know that I would be treated right. Smash, I would probably... Again, Corpse, you got the girlfriend, so I'm gonna have to kill you, and I'd probably smash Lacey. I'm sorry. It's just how it goes down. I love you, though, with all my heart and soul. We'll just all die together. It's fine. Aubrey, if you could smash any celebrity, who would it be and why? Okay. Now, this is gonna be really, really odd, and just, I don't even understand why. Because, okay, don't get me wrong. As much as I'm a Benedict Cumberbatch fan, as much as I'm a Tom Hiddleston fan, as much as I'm, you know, a Kit Harington fan, I would smash Garrett Hedlund. I don't know what it is about his, like, I think it's like his chiseled cheeks or something. I don't know. But I would smash him. But as far, or him, or, yeah, definitely Garrett Hedlund. And as far as female celebrities go, because let's not forget the ladies. I would... Okay. Oh my goodness. What is her name? Freaking... Now I gotta look it up. Hold on. Please hold while I look this information up real quick. Kaya Scodelario. Yes, her. I would smash her. Straight up. Straight up. JJ Dakul, when did you start YouTube? Is this your first channel? No, I started YouTube back in 2005 when YouTube first came out. I was doing anime music videos back then and just practicing with video editing on Windows Movie Maker. So technically this is my third channel because that channel got shut down and I got locked out of my other channel. Which was, again, picking up from the anime music video facet. Tsubaki Mae. Will you ever read the creepypasta Something Is Wrong? It's one of my favorites. Sure. And Do I Love You? Of course. Emma Hydorn. What are your favorite genres of fiction? I love fantasy, science fiction, and okay, let's specify this. I like high fantasy, urban fantasy, and science fiction. Some drama is cool, and I also like... I love murder mysteries. Love murder mystery novels. Holy crap. Stonehenge Man, who are your top 5 favorite guys in video games and why? In the video game community, I would have to say my favorite video game Let's Players are Cryotic, the Rad Brad, Markiplier, Cinnamon Toast Ken, and oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. Nintendo Capri Sun, because he does a lot of Nintendo games and he likes to do a lot of throwbacks. It's really cool. Do I like cats? Yes, Damontier. I like cats, but I like dogs more. Kaka Carrot Cake. You're granted $1,000. Completely ruin everybody in your office's day. How do you do it? I unplugged the internet. I unplug the internet and go about my merry way. Deckard, if you could visit one place in the world right now, where would you go and why? I would want to go right now to I don't know. I think I want to go to South Korea just so I could see the hospital that I was born in. One gamer, what or who got you into YouTube? Aw, thanks. You're sweet. Well, I got into YouTube back in 2005 just on a whim. Like, I was wanting to make anime music videos, and so I started posting them on my YouTube channel back in 2005 before I got bought by Google. So if you want to talk about technically what got me into YouTube, that did. As far as like making my channel an entertainment channel, it originally started with me just doing art, and then with the Rad Brad with his the Rad Brad and Cryotic, basically. Joni Underwood, what kind of books do you like to read? I like to read, like I said, I answered murder mysteries, high fantasy, urban fantasy, and dramas, those kind of novels. Fernando Gomez, if you were a Super Saiyan, what level would you be? I would be over 9,000. And I heard Robbie Jenkins, will you ever do a face roll? Yes, when I hit 100k. SI0 Wolf, when I get the PS4, soon will you play against me in Black Ops 3? I don't have a PS4. I only have Black Ops 3 on PC. A superpower. I guess I'll go ahead and answer that. Well, someone asked that earlier down in the lower parts of the question, so I guess I'll answer that when I get to that question. What secret talent do you have, Jackie Marcucci? I can I can turn my hand like all the way 360 degrees. Like, I put my hand on a surface and then spin my hand all the way around. Isn't that weird? That's weird, isn't it? I guess that's a talent. I don't know. I can do a back bend. I can do a handstand. Spooks McTrowell. Let's see. Oh. Hussein Bailoon. I probably said that wrong. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? A big bear. Because a swarm of bees, they sting you all over the place, and it's a slow and painful death, whereas a bear would like most likely stomp my head like a little grate, and I would die instantly. If you could have sex with any animal, what would it be? What? Zixer. Well, would I have to be in human form? Wouldn't that be bestiality? That's weird. I don't know if I'm going to answer that question. The Night Watchman. Have you ever come across a creepypasta that you wished you hadn't read, or otherwise decided not to narrate on your channel? If so, why? I don't think I've ever come across a creepypasta that I didn't want to read. I came across a story on the deep, not on the deep web, but on a forum, that I kind of hesitated on. Your Maker actually read that story. He has it unlisted on his channel. But yeah, it's pretty intense. I'm not saying that I won't ever read that story. I probably will and do the same thing and have it unlisted. But I don't think I've ever come across a creepypasta that I wish I hadn't read. Unless it was just bad. Like, I wish I hadn't read, Clockwork. That was a horrible story. Whoa, you found me through Creeps McPasta? How did that happen? Because I haven't done anything with Creeps unless you happen to be watching him and you saw me on a sidebar somewhere. That's crazy. And here one of you, and I felt like you was in a glitch world. Have I ever felt like, yes, I have had deja vu moments. It's weird. I feel like I've been in the same place before, even though it's not the place I've ever been to. What's my favorite creepypasta no sleep I haven't read? Creepypasta that I haven't read yet is Psychosis. No sleep that I haven't read yet is Baraska. And I do Baraska and Pen Pal, and I do plan on narrating those both on my channel at some point. Aw, a perceiver. Don't be scared. Jack Payne, are you going to be in the YouTube Hall of Fame of videos and pictures? I wish. But I gotta show my face first, so that's still, we're still, we're still 85K away from that. If you could date any scary story narrators, who would it be? Well, B-Bust is married, your Maker's married, Corpse has a girlfriend. Creeps, I don't know. Creeps is, I don't know, Creepy or Junior, I don't know. MCP is engaged. I don't know. I date Lazy. I date Mr. Nightmare. He's got a nice voice. I'm pretty sure he's cute. Yeah. I don't know. That's such a weird question, puppy lover, but cute. Do you like cherry Pop-Tarts? I like strawberry Pop-Tarts more, but cherry Pop-Tarts are pretty okay. Creepy face. If you could have any animal, what would it be? I would want to have a wolf. I kind of actually do plan on owning one day. Like, I want to rescue a puppy. Ooh, I would love to have a puma, though. Like a cougar? A Florida panther? Oh, that'd be so sick. Little gamer. Will you ever read my story aloud? Yes, when I get to it. Do you read Diary of a Wimpy Kid? No, I have not read it. What's your favorite video you have made? My favorite video that I made was Room 733. The audio production on that was really spot on, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And it's one of my favorite videos on the channel. Pablo Garcia, if you were a Pokemon, which one? I would be Luxray, or I would be Jolteon. And if I could have one superpower, what would it be? It would be the power of paper kinesis, or paper manipulation, which basically means that I can change the density, the density of paper, and utilize it. So I could take like a sheet of toilet paper and like slice through a metal pole. Or I could take like a card, like an index card or like a playing card, and block a bullet with it. Or take a bunch of, pages from a book and turn it into a parachute. See, paper's everywhere, guys. Alright, and final question. What is your opinion on gun control? I just don't like guns. That's my thing. As far as gun control, if you want to protect yourself, fine. That's all well and good. But I'm just not a fan of guns. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Because sure, you should be able to protect yourselves, but just the crime rate and the murder rate just goes up exponentially when everybody and anybody has a gun too. So yeah, but that's about it. Alright guys, but that's it for the Q&A. Thank you so much for all your questions. Wow, we went for a long time. That's crazy. But I hope this answered everything, and I hope this was good for you guys. This was good for me. And like always, I had a lot of fun. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. And without you, I would not be where I am now. So again, thank you so much for just always being there for me and being the amazing people that you are. As for the straw poll, I will put it up. It will go on, it will go into the description of the video. So just click on it. Because I'm still trying to figure out a name for the channel, guys. Like, or not the channel, but I'm trying to figure out a name for our community, our group of people. And I had the main three, which was Hellions, Angels, and Zombies, but we've had some other people toss in some names too, which I do plan on putting in the straw poll. So I'll put it in the straw poll, and you guys, I'll give you a week to answer, and then I will collect all the answers at the end of the week, and then we will officially be able to dub our community name. Okay? So again, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. You're amazing. And again, without you, I would not be here where I am today, without all of your love and support. So thank you, and continue to support me and encourage me and help me get better as a narrator, and help me get better as a YouTube content creator, and just help me become a better person. And I hope that I'm able to do the same for you guys. Come to me for anything. If you feel like you just need someone to talk to, I'm here to listen. I may not be able to get back to you right away, but do know that I do listen and hear and read your comments and read your emails. And in time, I will be able to get back to you with any information that you might need. And if it's an emergency, I will get back to you straight away. So I love you guys. You're awesome. We're just a great group of people. And I love this community so much, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So again, thank you. I really honestly can't say thank you enough. And until next time, bye!